Hey, my name is Jobby, and after 9 long years, Evangelion is finally done. But I'm American.
We do a little trolling, it's called we do a little trolling.
Which means I might have to wait another 9 years to actually watch it. And you thought my upload schedule was bad? More uploads. Revenue falling. I don't even know what you're crying about. Running out. We're doing really fine financially. Need money. Suffer more. Need hamburger. Suffer more. Need you. Fans need you. I need you. Get this figure at the Big Fat Toy Store. The ThreeZero Robo-Dou Rebuild of Evangelion Unit 1 Test Type continues the unfortunate trend of overpriced Evangelion merch. Eva merch is like supreme for weebs, and by that I mean it's not as cool as JobbytheHong merch. How we doing, Benny? Cool. And I gotta thank ThreeZero themselves for sending me this guy. And I know I didn't suck you off as much as you'd probably like last time you sent me a figure. But come on. Oh my god, maybe I do gotta upload more. Well, this figure doesn't cost as much as a semester of college. It certainly looks like a premium figure with an opening window on the box, but the bougie presentation is quickly ruined by, for some ungodly reason, the arms come off way too easily. Maybe they'll do a naked arm accessory later, and it'll cost $1,000. Whatever the case, get those slapped on, and this figure is Evangelion Unit 1. Something I've covered a billion times. I mean, do you need a recap of the show at this point? You could always check out my Eva playlist, or if you want to see me go more in-depth about the show, check out my appearance on the Real Vibes podcast with DJ Occult. We go way deep into the show. Or just watch it for yourself on Netflix. You don't even need a VPN. Anyway, let me try to talk about Eva Unit 1 without repeating myself. I'm probably gonna repeat myself. The ThreeZero Robo-Dou Evangelion Unit 1 Test Type is the best figure representation of this design at this scale. Very specific criteria, but I am being completely honest. It looks fantastic. It's immediately recognizable as Rebuild Unit 1, just with subtle added mechanical detail and panel lighting. And even though it's Rebuild Unit 1, it's a little more top-heavy than the TV show. Movie. Abomination. Rebuilds are okay, but I always prefer the original. And because I prefer the original, the proportions here don't bother me at all. As far as I'm concerned, it combines the best from both designs. As if there's that much of a difference. There really isn't. But something is just slightly off with the head sculpt. It's good, but it looks a little too reptilian for my tastes. And she could barely scream to the heavens. But that's why you get an alternate head, which is so cool looking, an excellent sculpt here, and a huge set of human chompers, which is always something I appreciate in Evangelion figures. But before you get the wrong idea, I'm not its teeth like that, I swear. Didn't really talk about the paint, but not much to say. It's clean, durable, and it supposedly features a glow-in-the-dark effect. The neon green parts and the eyes are supposed to light up when you turn off the lights, so let's test that out. Because nothing bad can happen in the dark, right? No, it doesn't work. I do have a better solution to get these parts to glow in the dark. It involves applying a certain substance and a black light. I had to do it, come on. I'm so fucked up. Oh, I'm sorry, Netflix. I'm the lowest of the low. Am I worthy of your grace yet? Just like the last Robo-Dou figure I reviewed, this guy has a nice heft. She's a lot heavier than she looks thanks to an abundance of die-cast metal. My cold touch technique is getting all sorts of confused because the whole thing seems to feel cold, and the joints are nice and solid. But compared to some of the other Eva figures I've reviewed, he's not as articulated as I would like. At least not a floppy mess. Metacom. But you saved yourself with the Real Action Heroes figure. That video's long overdue. At least they nailed the legs here thanks to some extending hip joints. The torso's just a bit stiff. Can't get some epic butt shots like the Dynaction Unit 1. That video's long overdue. And if at any point you're unclear about the points of articulation here, the included instructions are almost entirely comprised of articulation pointers. Really awesome. Wish more figures had that. There is something that the instructions don't point out though. Don't go too hard on the beautiful spread because the hip joint might come loose. I managed to tighten it right back up by forcing that pin to go back in, but the tool I used had a lot of teeth. Possibly user error. Exercise caution. You get a really nice variety of hands that are super easy to assemble, and they're made of a more flexible material, which definitely helps when you're holding the weapons. Pallet rifle's a pallet rifle, prog knife is a prog knife, and a folded prog knife can attach to this alternate shoulder part, and that attaches to the shoulder proper with a ball joint. Can you see how difficult it is to talk about the same damn accessories over and over? Not that the accessories are completely similar here. The umbilical cable can plug in really snugly into the back, kind of a bitch to take out, just take your time. And it features an attachable bendy wire like the model kit Rebuild of Eva Unit 1. I promise it's different at this point. You get an alternate umbilical cable that acts as a connection to the stand. Very clever integration of the stand. The stand is the exact same as the Robo-Dou Pat Labor, very stable and very adjustable. Some assembly is required out of the box, but I'm sure you could handle it. You are smart and I love you. And the final accessory that not all Evangelions come with, an honest to goodness entry plug, which is where the pilot would go, don't you know? But it's not that honest. You get a separate shorter entry plug to simulate it being all the way inserted. Is it that hard to engineer a deep cavity within the chest and still have it be articulated? The model kit did it. And speaking of the model kit, I don't have it on hand for size comparisons.
What? You don't have any of your model kits displayed in your new room? Have model kits really become that small a part of your life?
Yes. Don't worry, he'll be back. This is a great size for an Evangelion figure. Not too big as to take up precious shelf space, and not too small as to be completely pathetic. If you're gonna get only one Rebuild of Evangelion Unit 1 figure, I recommend this one. Maybe you want to treat yourself to celebrate the end of all Evangelion, right? I know you a lying ass bitch. You're gonna milk this franchise to the ground until it becomes the Japanese equivalent of Star Wars. Last time was Transformers, Evangelion this time. Transformers.
More content.